Yeah, hi everyone. It's an honor to be here. Just wanted to say, to start off, I'm super excited about Aladdin DAO. I think this idea of democratizing access to capital and leveraging the wisdom of the crowd is like really, really exciting, and it definitely could be the next evolution of VC or something in this kind of form. So a bit about me. I have a background in electrical engineering, and started mining BTC in like 2012. Kind of moved away from the Bitcoin community because I found it to be pretty toxic, and then I fell down the Ethereum rabbit hole in like late 2016 or so and kind of stuck around from then. I played around with a lot of DeFi projects like back in the early days. I opened like a Psy CDP to buy a laptop because I didn't want to sell my ETH when it was, sub $150, ETH being money and all that stuff back then. Um, and I spent like quite a lot of time after my degree in engineering building out a system for like tokenizing the kilowatt hour. So trying to build like a blockchain based energy trading system. Um, I ended up moving away from that because I realized that, at least for the beginning, most of the stuff that's going to actually be impactful is going to rely on completely on-chain information. So stuff that relates to the off-chain world is like kind of difficult, and oracles is a very hard problem. Um, and I started to become very interested in finance. So I went and did a master's in financial engineering because I realized like if I actually want to be impactful within this space, like especially from an implementation perspective, you need to like both understand the technical and the finance side of things. So I went and did that. And after that, I spent about a year and a half leading up until I guess like 2019, just kind of messing around, building like lots of crazy products in DeFi. So I did lots of hackathons, built lots of side projects. There were some startups along the way as well that I exited. Some interesting things were like interest rate swaps that we built on top of Compound Finance. We built a system for like trading MakerDAO CDPs where you could like unwind CDPs by basically selling them. This was before flash loans were a thing. Um, Obviously, that's a better way of doing it now. We also created a system for like leveraging DAI, where you get like 20x leverage on the price of DAI using like a highly leveraged contract for difference. And I also built a product where you could basically take leverage positions on BTC hash rates. So it basically amounts to like synthetic cloud mining contracts, which was really interesting. What I kind of realized though after building all these things was that like I'm repeating a lot of the same things over and over again. And rather than like rebuilding like a lot of these primitives, like it might be better to actually build some infrastructure and then like try and bundle up a lot of the common problems into like a set of tools. And that was actually like one of the main reasons why I joined UMA, because we're really trying to build like infrastructure to enable scalable financial applications that anyone else can use, right? So at the end of the day, like the goal is to let any developer launch their own synthetic or derivative or financial product that lets you express some kind of opinion on some kind of financial instrument. And at UMA, I'm primarily focused on building out like our actual core smart contract building blocks, as well as like some of the game theory and mechanism design that actually makes sure that these systems work. Um, and I've also got like quite a lot of involvement in like the off-chain infrastructure that we have. So like we have liquidation bots and arbitrage and these kinds of things that I'm also involved in. Um, and yeah, so when I'm not working at UMA, like at the moment, I do a lot of yield farming, as everyone else I'm sure does, and I run some arbitrage bots. I do some stuff with flash bots as well. So yeah, my experience is obviously more from like the building side, whereas I think a lot of other people are from the VC side. And my biggest Rect experience is not actually that bad. Like I generally have been pretty careful and tend to like mostly read the code of things before I put my money in them. But the biggest Rect would be I lost some money on the BSC casino, definitely messing around with some shit coins. And I actually had a wallet from like early days of CryptoPunks that had 10 CryptoPunks in it, and I lost the mnemonic. So that hurts. So I wrecked myself more than getting wrecked. But in any case, what I think I would bring to the DAO and like my main value add would be like understanding from a technical perspective, like a lot of these different systems, and having been around the block a little bit with DeFi, like being able to evaluate like the quality of projects. So I guess at like at some level, like a non-audit but audit kind of thing. So like have some sort of opinion on the security of things, and also understanding like interoperability between things. And I guess lastly, like if there was an environment where we needed to automate things or build bots to actually like automate part of Aladdin DAO's stack, like I could definitely lend some input on that and help out where that would be needed.